Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good day to my respected lecturers, to Dr. Mutiiah and to Dr. Zahirah. First of all, I would like to thank for giving me this good opportunity to present my industrial training report. My name is Syed Mohamad Azim Wafa bin Syed Hashim Wafa with my choice number 2024755 and 155. I am student of Bachelor of Business in Human Resource Management with honor from UIT and RO from class RPA 27366C. Today, I will be presenting my internship experience at Perbadanan Ekonomi Islam Perak, Sdn Bhd, PSB Perak. During this presentation, I will share the company background, my role and responsibilities, and the knowledge and skill I gain, my company analysis, recommendation, and lastly, my conclusion. Now, let's begin with my presentation. Now, I would like to introduce the company where I complete my industrial training, which is Perbadanan Ekonomi Islam Perak, Sdn Bhd or PSB Perak. It is a government-linked company established in 2008 and is located in Ipoh, Perak. The company focuses on Sharia-compliant investment and Islamic economic development with approximately 454 employees. Next, I'd like to explain the management structure of PSB Perak. The organization is led by the Group CEO, which is Chief Executive Officer, and supported by the Group CFO, Chief Financial Officer, while 11 divisional heads manage the key business function, ensure the efficient operation and effective decision-making. Next, this slide shows the Human Capital and Administration Department where I complete my internship. The department is led by the Head of Human Capital and Administration. It's manage key HR function including recruitment, payroll, training, and employee development, while the administration unit support daily office operation and documentation. First, the mission is to become competitive and progressive Islamic economic cooperation that support sustainable socio-economic development based on Sharia principle. Next, the mission is to manage my investment professionally, deliver Sharia-compliant business operation, and develop competent employee with integrity. Finally, the main objective are to achieve financial growth, support community development, and maintain operational excellence. Product and services. Next, I'd like to explain the first two business division of PSB Perak. The plantation division is the company's main business, focusing on oil palm plantation across Perak and Sabah. Meanwhile, the livestock and agricultural support services division focus on culture farming and producing quality oil palm seedlings. Moving on, the property division, which is develop and manage residential, commercial, and mixed-use properties, including Bandar Meru Raya. Meanwhile, the healthcare division provide dialysis and pharmacy services through several centers across Perak to support community healthcare. Lastly, the hospitality division is managed by Peak Hospitality Management Sdn Bhd, which operate Hotel Warisan Taiping. The hotel provide accommodation, meeting and event facilities, supporting tourism while generating revenue for the organization. Job roles and responsibilities. First, I work in HR payroll units where I updated payroll deduction record for several agencies. This improved my payroll knowledge and attention to detail. Next, I learn about employee compensation, leave management and welfare benefits. These help me understand fairness and consistency in HR practices. Thirdly is HR recruitment and selection unit. Then, I support recruitment by preparing interview document and coordinating interview. These strengthen my understanding of recruitment process. Next, I will present the strength identified in the SWOT analysis. Firstly, The organization has positive and supportive work culture. Secondly, clear job roles and systematic procedure improve HR efficiency. Thirdly, effective communication between departments support smooth operation. In addition, strong teamwork increases productivity. Finally, continuous knowledge sharing helps employees and interns develop their skills and professional growth. Next, I will explain the weaknesses identified in SWOT analysis. Firstly, some HR processes still rely on manual verification, which reduce efficiency. Secondly, is a limited training budget may affect employee development. Thirdly, is manpower shortage can increase workload. In addition, dependence on physical documentation create more paperwork. Finally, multiple approval level may slow down HR decision-making and administrative process. The opportunities identified in the SWOT analysis. Firstly, digital HR system can improve efficiency. Secondly, business expansion create more recruitment opportunities. Thirdly, ESG initiatives support sustainable workplace practices. Furthermore, employee well-being programs improve engagement and retention. Finally, university partnership help attract future talent and support long-term recruitment. Lastly, I will explain the threat identified in SWOT analysis. Firstly, government policy change may affect workforce planning. Secondly, is talent shortage make recruitment and retention more challenging. Thirdly, economic uncertainty may affect the HR budget. Furthermore, cybersecurity risk require stronger digital security. Finally, change in labor law require HR to ensure continuous legal compliance. Moving on, those metrics which was developed from the SWOT analysis. Firstly, the SO strategies use strength to maximize opportunities. Secondly, the WO strategies overcome weaknesses by using available opportunities. Meanwhile, the ST strategies use strength to address external threats. Finally, the WT strategies minimize weaknesses and reduce the impact of external threats. Next, I will present the 3 best SO strategies. Firstly, integrate digital HR system to improve efficiency, accuracy, and consistency in HR operation. Secondly, strengthen teamwork through collaboration and knowledge sharing to support business expansion. Finally, encourage mentoring and employee well-being to enhance employee development and engagement and job satisfaction. Next, I would like to present the 3 best WO strategies. Firstly is strengthen internet training and well-being program through mentoring and knowledge sharing. Secondly is adopt digital documentation to improve efficiency, reduce paper usage, and support sustainability. Finally, streamline recruitment and approval process to reduce hiring delay and improve long-term workforce planning. Next, the 3 best ST strategies. Firstly, adapt workforce planning to respond effectively to policy changes. Secondly, improve communication across departments to ensure legal compliance. Thirdly is promote digital skill through knowledge sharing to support continuous learning and digital transformation. Finally, I would like to present 3 best WT strategies. Firstly, simplify approval processes to improve decision-making and operational efficiency. Secondly is optimize workforce planning and resource allocation to support productivity and business continuity. Finally, accelerate digitalization and strengthen cybersecurity to improve HR efficiency and protect organizational data. Discussion and recommendation for SO strategies. SO1. Integrate digital HR system. Some HR processes are still manual. Therefore, I recommend integrating digital HR system and providing digital skill training as suggested by Hu et al. 2026. How about SO4? Encouraging mentoring and employee well-being. Mentoring programs are not yet well structured. Therefore, I recommended structured mentoring and well-being program as recommended by Sofina Janova et al. 2025. How about SO2? Strengthen teamwork and support business expansion. Business expansion requires stronger teamwork. Therefore, I recommend structure, onboarding, and body system as proposed by Ferreira and Gomez 2022. Discussion and recommendation for WO strategies. First one is WO3, adopt digital documentation. Some HR activity still rely on physical document. Therefore, I recommend expanding digital documentation through electronic filing and secure cloud storage as suggested by Dorikovic et al. 2023. The second one is WO4, strengthen internet training and well-being. Limited training budget, reduce professional development opportunities. Therefore, I recommend mentoring, coaching, and knowledge sharing program as recommended by Al-Haziazi 2023. Lastly, WO5, streamline recruitment and approval process. Multiple approval level can delay recruitment. Therefore, I recommend digital e-recruitment, reducing unnecessary approval and strengthening university partnership as proposed by Actor LO 2023. Discussion and recommendation for ST strategies. First one is ST1, adapt workforce planning to policy changes. Government policy change may affect workforce planning. Therefore, I recommend regular workforce forecasting and aligning HR strategy with policy changes as suggested by Young and Mustafa 2024. Second one is ST5, improve communication for legal compliance. Changes in employment law require effective communication. Therefore, I recommend regular meeting, digital communication platform, and standard procedure as recommended by Watanabe et al. 2024. Lastly is ST4, promote digital skill through knowledge sharing. Rapid technological change requires stronger digital skills. Therefore, I recommended mentoring, digital workshop, and knowledge sharing programs as proposed by Hu et al. 2025. Discussion and recommendation for W.T strategies. First one is WT1, simplify approval processes. Multiple approval level can delay HR decision. Therefore, I recommend simplifying the approval process while maintaining the good governance as suggested by Lux et al. 2024. Second one is WT3, optimize workforce planning. Manpower shortage and economic uncertainty can affect workforce planning. Therefore, I recommend workforce forecasting, succession planning, and leadership development as recommended by Osman et al. 2024. Lastly is WT4, accelerate digitalization and strengthen cybersecurity. Many HR process and cybersecurity risk require immediate attention. Therefore, I recommend expanding HR digitalization, strengthening cybersecurity, and providing security awareness training as proposed by Finwick et al. 2024. Conclusion. Finally, I would like to conclude my presentation. My internship provided me with valuable practical experience in human resource management and strengthened my knowledge, my technical skill, my communication skill, and confidence. Overall, the experience has prepared me for my future career in human resource management. I think that's all for now. Thank you for your attention. See you soon next time. Bye bye.